Good afternoon, dear members of the jury. I'm Valeria Trigub, the student of 10th grade of Gymnasium Kievska Rus, Darnitsky region, Kiev. I represent the Kiev Territorial Department of Minor Academy of Science of Ukraine. The topic of my research work is comparative characteristics of American and British slang using the example of communication in the TikTok social network. The relevance of my research work has several factors. Firstly, in the modern world, the TikTok network has acquired not just any global significance, it has become an important means of communication for people of any age and many countries from different parts of the world. Secondly, the study of slang varieties is relevant due to the globalization of the English language and the rapid evolution of vocabulary. Therefore, comparing British and American slang allows us to more deeply understand the differences and similarities between varieties of the English language, as well as identify both cultural and historical features. The aim of the study is to study American and British slang on the TikTok social network, making a comparative description to facilitate their understanding in different countries of the world. The research objectives are, firstly, to explore the TikTok network and other supporting sources to obtain the necessary information. Secondly, to make a comparative table of two slangs and classical English for the purpose of research. You can see this table and poster from below in research materials and progresses of research. Thirdly, to analyze the characteristics of British and American slang. And the last one is to summarize all the information obtained from the scientific research and reach a general conclusion. The research object represents English language and its slangs. The research subject is English variants of slang, British and American, in the internet space. The research methods I used are theoretical and empirical. In theoretical, I've got analysis, synthesis, and the generalization of the results presented in the scientific research, and in empirical, comparison and description. In the research materials and progresses of research, we can see a diagram of the percentage of popularity of slang words on TikTok. Having looked at all three diagrams, we can say that American slang and classical English dominate in the highest percentages, and British slang has the lowest percentage of popularity. This information was obtained by researching the popularity of hashtags on the TikTok social network. After analyzing the table and using all of the above methods and action plans, we can draw conclusions based on a comparison of the natural stylistic coloring and the coloring of words of British slang on the TikTok social network, namely, positive coloring of words is quite often observed, which emphasize a humorous and to some extent friendly character, for example, chuffed, радий, or punk, дуже привабливий. There is also a neutral and negative coloring of words, but even there, British slang often sounds softer and less aggressive. For example, pissed off, роздратований. In addition, we can note the emotional expressiveness of slang expressions that enhance the conversation. For example, an expression such as "Pop is your uncle" adds emotional richness during a conversation, as well as the word bloody to indicate a higher degree. American slang. After analyzing the table, we can also draw conclusions about American slang words in the TikTok social network, namely, there is a lot of positive stylistic coloring, but more expressive and brightly emotional forms of words are used. For example, fire, дуже привабливий, or really, насправді. American slang, unlike British slang in a negative sense, may seem more rude or straightforward to the interlocutor, dissatisfied. For example, this can be seen in such words as баланий, дурниця, or in the expression bummed out, пригнічений. Nowadays on TikTok, we can more regularly see such words as crazy and dude guy than mad and bloke, so we can conclude that American slang is more focused on modernity and social networks, the younger generation of users. Thank you for your attention.